On her wedding day, when the woman knelt to bow to her parents, the memorial portrait of her mother suddenly fell and struck her on the head. This caused her ears, which had been deaf for many years, to regain their hearing, just as she eagerly wanted to tell her fiancé. The conversation coming from inside the house shocked her greatly. It turned out that her fiancé had long since become entangled with her best friend. They planned that once the woman signed the share transfer agreement, they would have someone kill her. Upon hearing this, the woman stood there stunned. She never could have imagined that her usually sweet-talking fiancé would be having an affair with her best friend on their wedding day. At that moment, the man heard a noise outside and rushed out, but he did not know that the woman had regained her hearing. He still tenderly took her hand and led her toward the wedding venue. This infuriated the best friend standing beside them. The best friend angrily demanded that the man, after securing the company shares, immediately kill the woman. The woman could not believe that her best friend and fiancé had betrayed her. Now she knew that it had all been a scheme, so she decided to do everything she could to save herself. She suppressed her anger and continued to pretend to be deaf. This action unexpectedly unmasked the hypocrisy of her fiancé's family. Her mother-in-law despised the woman as a deaf person unworthy of her son. Hearing these harsh words, the woman was filled with rage. Taking advantage of the tea ceremony with her in-laws, she deliberately spilled tea onto their hands. Seeing this, her mother-in-law hurled insults at the woman. The man also shoved the woman to the ground in anger. At this point, the best friend urged them to calm down, because the most important thing now was to get the woman to sign the equity transfer agreement. The man hurriedly helped the woman to her feet. He claimed that he wasn't after her fortune. He said that if she didn't want to transfer the shares, that was fine too. Upon hearing this, the woman immediately signed her name on the agreement. The fiancé's family is thrilled. Unexpectedly, when the officiant saw the agreement, he was stunned, because the woman had not transferred any shares to the man, but had instead donated half of her shares to a nearby welfare home. The man immediately angrily demanded to know why. The woman explained that over the years the man had offended many board members in his quest to control the company. Therefore, she donated the shares to the welfare home. The purpose was also to help the man accrue virtue. A few days later, the man came to the company to hold a shareholders meeting. He announced that he would replace his wife as chairman. There were no objections from the floor. Suddenly, a young man walked into the conference room. They realized that the young man was the woman's long-lost younger brother. The brother's appearance disrupted the man's plan to seize the company. After work, the man went home in a rage. He guessed that the brother's appearance had been orchestrated by the woman. As a result, his hatred for the woman intensified again. He wished he could kill the woman immediately. Fortunately, the best friend intervened in time to calm him down. To get revenge for the woman's repeated disruptions of his plans, he decided to kill the woman's brother. He then had his assistant call the brother, lying that the woman needed to meet him at the villa in the southern part of town to discuss something. Then the man ordered his assistant to ambush him on the way, with the intent to destroy his car and kill him. The woman, fearing for her brother's safety, rushed into the bathroom to call him, not knowing that her brother had already colluded with the man. It turned out that the man wanted to use this to test whether the woman had regained her hearing. The brother, also resentful that the woman had taken the family inheritance years ago, had joined forces with the man to try to kill her. Unaware of any of this, the woman drove off to rescue her brother, only to hear her brother say goodbye during the call. At that moment, she finally understood that it had all